Abba, in my charge. I'ma send my praise to the Allah Abba, in my charge. I'ma send my praise to the Father, Allah Abba, he my charger. Depart me from my way, maybe small, Allah Abba, he my Father. I was in the maze of the dark, yeah, he called me, he restored me. That's why I get all praise to the Father. And regardless, he the author. I'ma send my prayers to the heavens, to the Father, Allah Abba. Depart me from my way, maybe small, Allah Abba, he my Father. I was in the maze of the dark, yeah, called me, he restored me. That's why I get all praise to the Father. And regardless, he the author of all things, all days and all ways. I'ma walk in Yahweh as always, cause I'm focused on Yahweh, not always. All praise El Shaddai, Elohim, and Yahashua, HaMashiach. May all praise and all glory go to the Father. Welcome back to One Deity. I am Yosef Ben Jacob. Let's get right into it. First and foremost, may all thanks be given to God on this day. All thanks is due to God, for he is worthy and deserve all praises and all thanks on this day and any other day. Today I'm going to deliver a sermon titled, May All Thanks Be Given to God Too. Again, this sermon is titled, May all thanks be given to God too. And without further ado, let's get right into it. To be honest, Thanksgiving was founded on a celebration of a successful fall harvest. Just like in ancient Israelite history and in the traditions of our ancestors and forefathers, we gathered to celebrate harvest time. In fact, we were commanded to give harvest time offerings to the Lord. And some of our feast days started on or was dependent on the first grain harvested at harvest time. So needless to say, sacrifices, offerings, or the idea of giving thanks is a God-supplied theme that he promotes and put forth in his relationship with his people. So yes, giving thanks is a Israelite tradition, and giving a special thanks to the Father for our harvests harvested at harvest time is Israelitish at nature and is rooted and founded in Israelite history. On this day called Thanksgiving, a day celebrated with family and friends, whereas the feast is prioritized and the turkey and the meal is idolized, let's not forget the power and sovereignty responsible for the idea of giving thanks. The sole provider of all the food consumed on this day, and for that matter, the provider of all food consumed on any other day. So should we celebrate Thanksgiving? Is it wrong to give thanks to God on any other day? No, it's not. All days are good to celebrate and give thanks to Yah, especially for the harvest season. The only focus or requirement should be that you are celebrating God in truth and spirit. For your holy days is pointless if you're not doing it in truth and spirit. For that's the main reason why they are called holy days, because they should be set apart and be done in truth and spirit. For that's what makes them holy. And the problem with the holiday of Thanksgiving is it is widely celebrated and embraced all over this Babylonian world, and it's clear to see most are not giving thanks to Yah, but they idolize the meal instead of worshiping the one responsible for the meal. The truth is, the problem with Thanksgiving is folks are not honestly gathering to give thanks to the Father. A lot of our people are not woke but sleep, and they do not give thanks in truth and spirit. Most are westernized and still idolize the meal, the turkey, or the get-together in the name of a holiday, rather than giving thanks to the Father for the fall harvest in truth and spirit. And the other problem is most of us are not in our homeland, our promised land, the covenant land, the land given to our ancestors, Israel, to even be able to reap a harvest off of our own land. We are not owners, and we don't own our land or harvest, which make giving thanks a problem, being though we can't honor this in truth and spirit. But for those who are in the motherland and who do bear fruit or reap a fall harvest, the duty is yours to find a day to celebrate your first fruits. You have no excuse on why you can't thank God for your fall harvest, and if you can get together with a fellow Israelite brother, the more the better. As for those in the motherland who don't have their own land or garden, it is responsible to find someone who does, and if possible, celebrate with the brother who does indeed reaps a harvest. Or if not, you can still base your Thanksgiving feast off of your brother's harvest. You can schedule or celebrate your feast based off the first fruits or grain of your fellow Israelite brother. And if you are blessed enough to find others who would love to honor and celebrate the day with you, the more the better. Just to remind you, it is biblical that our ancestors and forefathers partook in the first harvest time offerings, a day in the Sabbath after the first grain was harvested. This is called the sheaf of elevation offering, or the first fruit offerings, which took place with the first fruits of harvest time. And I also feel fit to say, no, we are not under the law of sacrifices and offering, but we do have a duty and a covenant to celebrate and honor our Father in truth and spirit. And by celebrating and thanking our Father for the fall harvest, we are indeed honoring Him in truth and spirit. Not to mention that it is biblical that these seasons and feasts be recognized as a statute forever throughout the generations. So for my brothers and sisters just like myself who is in exile and still haven't returned to the motherland, no, it's not a sin to celebrate Thanksgiving, but idolatry is. Make sure you are celebrating the Father in truth and spirit, and make sure you are actually giving thanks to God for the food on your table or for the fall harvest in general. So to conclude this matter, yes, it is good to give thanks to the Father. Yes, giving thanks to the Father for the fall harvest or all harvests in general is rooted in Israelite tradition. Also, sacrifices, offerings, or giving thanks to the Father dates back farther than that to the time of Abel and Cain. So this proves since the beginning of time, it always been good or pleasant to give thanks to the Father. As for the holiday Thanksgiving and the question being, should we celebrate it or not? Yes, we can celebrate giving thanks to God, but only in truth and spirit. And the main idea should be thanking Him for the food on the table and mainly for our fall harvest. If you are not honoring Him in truth and spirit, I caution you to not celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday, because in doing so, you will be committing idolatry. Moreover, that's why I recommend and am taking in consideration that those of us who are in truth and spirit should consider choosing another day to give thanks to the Father or have Thanksgiving, being though the masses celebrate Thanksgiving on a particular day, and most of them are not in truth and spirit or give thanks to the Father at all. And being though we are in truth and spirit and we are holy, we should celebrate holy, and our Thanksgiving should be holy. And for my brother and sisters who still in exile, or for the fact that I am still in exile, I would dwell and contemplate over these ideas for the purpose of making changes for the following year and every subsequent year in exile that we remain. And for my brothers and sisters who are blessed to be in the motherland, or who are blessed to see a harvest, may acknowledgement and hand claps be given to you, for you are blessed and have the advantage of being in the motherland and being able to give God the thanks and credit now for your fall harvests and all harvests is reaped. Again, may all glory and praises be given to God, and you should consider yourself blessed. But to finish concluding, we don't have to idolize the people, the turkey, the meal, or the reason behind who suffered or benefited from the events after the so-called first Thanksgiving. But we can idolize the power that is behind the idea of giving thanks, the one responsible for all fall harvests, not just for the European pilgrims at that time, but for all time and worldwide even to this day. We should thank El Shaddai, Elohim, the creator and provider of all things. And I want to honor this day by giving thanks to you and being grateful. Thank you for everything you have done for me, everything you are doing for me, and anything you may do for me. Thank you for your unfailing kindness that is able to take me through every challenging time. In the name of Yahashua, I ask that you continue to help me value the gifts in my life, because through these same gifts, you'll be able to take me higher and higher into your plan. In the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, Amen.
I'ma send my praise to the Father. Allah Abba, He my charger. Depart me from my way, maybe small. Allah Abba, He my Father. I was in the maze of the darkness. Yeah, called me, He restored me. That's why I give all praise to the Father. And regardless, He the author. I'ma send my praise.